Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about your weaker turn in skiing or trying to learn switch riding for snowboarding. So I'm going to give you a few things we can do at home and things like that. So yeah, let's get into today's video. Okay, so quite often in terms of skiing, what you'll find is when people, especially when people are kind of progressing from plough into parallel, you'll see that as people kind of turn, they start to kind of pick up their inside ski, and most people will only do that on one side. So one turn will be really strong and really good, and then the other turn they almost feel like it's not happening, it's not working, they don't trust it to work. So they pick up that inside ski so they can get back across the fall line much quicker. Now that's really common. With snowboarding, we see more is when we go from riding regular into riding switch. And that instantly is putting our weaker leg, if you like, at the lead. And with snowboarding, our turns are always initiated through that front foot. So by putting the weaker foot in front, instantly it makes it a little bit difficult, and because people aren't used to it as well, they've got into that routine of going one way, and then all of a sudden you make them go the other way, and it's like, oh, what's happening here? This is really difficult, I don't like this, let's stop. So the reason why that happens, so let's break it down. Most people will have a more dominant leg or a more dominant side. Very similar to being right-handed or left-handed. It's exactly the same with your lower body. Just because you're right-handed doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be right-legged and vice versa. But it's just one of those things where we are more dominant with one side. So, you know, if you do other sports, you might start to distinguish which foot is your stronger foot through those other sports. So if you surf or wakeboard, any other board sports, you'll always have one foot kind of leading. Same as things like football, which leg you kick a ball with, things like that. You know, you will start to see you have a favourite side, if you like, a side that you always go to, or a side that you'd always kind of rely on. Even as simple as if you stand up straight and just lean forwards and see which foot you put out to stop yourself falling over. Chances are that'll be the same foot every time. Or if you're running across a wooden floor and going to skid, you know, you're always putting that same leg out. So it happens naturally without us necessarily thinking about it, which is, you know, absolutely fine. But as you start to progress again with your skiing and your snowboarding to that higher level, it might, not all the time, but it might start to hold us back a little bit, or you might start to feel a little bit more uncomfortable with that weaker side. So a few things that we can do while we're at home, now we're in lockdown, that will help us to kind of even up those muscle imbalances a little bit, are going to be single leg exercises. So the sorts of exercises that we're thinking, we've got single leg squats, so you can do them in a number of ways. You've got single leg Romanian deadlifts. You can even go as far as to do single leg calf raises. Anything like that is going to help to, like I said, even up the muscle imbalances, because what happens is as soon as you take one leg away, there's only that other leg doing the work, so you can kind of compensate. So when you're doing a two-legged exercise, you might not necessarily realise it, and again, this is very generic, it's not necessarily everybody or in every single case. But say you're doing a two-legged squat, for example, even though your weight in theory should be completely even as you're pushing up through the squat, you might slightly, without realising, be pushing slightly more through one foot. So you're slightly, very slightly unbalanced, but you're relying on one side more than the other. Now by taking that exercise into a single leg squat, obviously you've only got one leg doing the work, so that 100% of that weight is going through that one leg. So if that one leg is your weaker leg, or your less dominant leg, then it's helping to build the strength and helping to build the muscles in that leg so that it's getting stronger, and in theory you're starting to even up the imbalances. Now with single legs, you should always still train both legs. So just because say your left leg's weaker, I'm not for a second advocating everybody goes around and just does single leg squats on their left leg. Definitely still use both, but it just helps to really start to even up those muscle imbalances, and in theory should help strengthen you, so when you do take it back to the snow in a few months time when everything's settled down, you'll start to be able to trust that weaker side, and you'll really feel a bit more confident driving weight through that leg in order to make the movements that you're trying to make on the snow. So yeah, that's something to think about. I mean, if you check on the video on the channel, there's loads of kind of videos, and all the single leg exercises are on there as individual videos. So if you're not sure on how to do one of those exercises, just have a run through the videos. They're definitely on there somewhere. When I find them, I'll link one or two up in the top of the video if that works, so that you can go and have a look at how to do it, and hopefully it will help you later on when we get back onto the snow. When we do get back onto the snow, there is loads of drills on snow that you can do that will help you shift your weight around into the right places and help you to develop these skills on the snow as well. So hopefully, depending on how long it takes for us to get back to normal, I'll be able to bring that to you at a later stage. I'll get my skis on or my snowboard on, and I'll get some footage giving you those kind of tips as well. But that just goes back to what I've talked about before as well, you know. Use instructors, that's what they're there for. They can spot little things like this, and they can give you little drills that you can kind of then practice in your own time, and it will really help you to develop your skills later on overall. So yeah, I must admit though, I'm going to tell you this, I am literally the weirdest person with my leading leg. So when I snowboard, wakeboard, yeah, when I snowboard and wakeboard, I'm right foot forwards. When I surf, wake surf, or skate, like on my longboard, I'm left foot forwards. And I obviously can snowboard both, but my not normal side is right leg. I've tried swapping on surfing, and I just end up getting tangled with my leash, and it's just a disaster. So yeah, have a think about that. Bit of a weird one, but yeah, who knows. Alright guys, so I hope today's videos give you, again, something to think about, something to try while you're stuck at home, just to help to build those build the muscle imbalances, even everything out a little bit, and yeah, just give you something different as well to throw into your workout routines. I know we're all working out at home right now and it can get a little bit stale, so yeah, chuck these in. Instead of doing squats, try doing some single leg squats or something along those lines. Just mix it up a little bit as well. If you've liked the content, make sure you give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and again, if you want to see more of these videos, I'm posting them every day, Monday to Friday, so 5 videos a week. Make sure you hit the little bell, and that should give you a notification of when I've uploaded the next video, and then you can go from there. But otherwise guys, see you next time. Thank you.